Christmas is here. We got some new fenders, got the welding piece for the rear arch, some new steel to go in. We got the weld-in part for the engine bay right in this box, and we've got another part right here for the rear corner, which has a little more rust than expected, so we will be welding that into or replacing that. But yeah, we got our weld-in panels ready. We'll have a look how it fits, but I'm pretty sure it will fit great. Yeah, let's get it started today. Still got the rust repair job on it, so let's remove the rust repair job we did yesterday. Not too keen on it. Done. Having a little bit of trouble with the GoPro, so I tried filming from top, but yeah, the GoPro won't go. I don't know why it won't start filming for some reason, so I hooked it up to the computer to have it an update. In the meanwhile, I will try to film using my camera. The downside of it is you can see me work while I'm actually doing it. But what am I doing at the moment? I just cut off the whole piece right here, same way on the other side. Right now what I'm going to try is if I can use this to go underneath the metal. As you can see, it's already starting to come off, to see if I can get this loose and get the old rusted piece out of there right until there. And same on this side. Maybe if we get lucky we can also do the same thing right here and get the old metal out before putting in the new. What is the strategy on this? This is the replacement piece, and I will try to drill some holes right here all through the side and then spot weld it on. Same on the chassis leg. I will put some holes right here, spot weld it, same right here, try to spot weld it on the side and then weld it there, so it shouldn't move afterwards. It should be solid as what. So I will try to film progress. Sorry for the GoPro failure, but yeah, I'm trying my best. Let's see, hopefully the GoPro makes it through and we can get filming again with the GoPro in like an half an hour. Yes, we got the rest out, got the new panels in, not welded but just tested on their place, and as you can see they fit fairly well. Just had to make a cut right here. This piece has been a little bit bent. I will still need to get this stuff out of the way. Yeah, underneath, let's have a look. Underneath it's all clear metal right now. Just need to remove some of the inner rust using a wire wheel on the grinder, and when the rust is all gone we can go ahead and check where the holes should be for the welds, then drill some holes, a couple of holes. I think it will be like, yeah, maybe 2 inches apart. Same on the side, same on the inner side, and weld it on. The only thing I still need to do is measure this thing up. I'm not sure how far we are. As you can see, it's not being that much, but yeah, it needs to be flush, so I might be setting off this instead of this and weld them shut here. So just details left to go and we're ready to weld her up. So we're ready to weld, or almost. The only thing we need to get off is the rust remaining on the inside of the chassis. We are going to solve this using a wire wheel on our grinder. So let's get a wire. I hope I'm saying it correctly. A wire wheel. Wouldn't know how to call it if it wasn't a wire wheel, so we are using one of these bad boys to clean off the rust in the chassis, or the remaining rust that we can see. This is a head we can put on our grinder and it cleans off the rust fairly easy and super well, instead of using one of these. Why am I using this one? These clear out the rust without touching the metal. So, well, they do touch the metal, but I don't shave as much metal off as one of these would. Like these would really cut into your metal. They would remove the rust, but they would also remove your metal, and these would mostly only remove the rust and paint and stuff like that. But the only downside of these is that those tiny metal hairs you see right here, the ones I'm holding, they tend to fly off the wheel. And yeah, for an example, I still have one. So these two were the same, as you can see. That's what happens when you push too hard or use them too much. So the hairs fly away and they get stuck in your clothes, and it kind of hurts if you can't find them. Or I just put my foot in one of these shoes and there was still one of them inside. So yeah, I screamed like a little baby. Yeah, let's get this thing on the grinder and get wiring. Before we start, I checked on the GoPro and luckily I formatted it and it is working again. So I hope this thing will work now. Got the rust out. Now let's have a look at the paint. Let's stir her up. So we got the beams all done, not too pretty on the inside, but nobody will be seeing this. Also the other sections have been done. We will need to clean this up though after welding it in, but it's not a problem since we might have to respray a thing or two in the engine bay. So same at that side. But I just wanted to tell you guys, is this the best way to do it? No. Will a professional body shop do it this way? Probably not, and definitely not with using a brush. But are we going to do it like this? Definitely yes, because we are on a budget and I am trying to find ways to show you guys how to do things on the cheaper side and still do it okay well, not the best, but this thing will be rust free. As in, it will fight the rust, it won't let any rust come through anymore. It will protect the open steel against wind and rain, and it will make sure it won't rust again. So did we fix the problem? We did fix the problem, but not in like a professional way. The professional way would be like maybe sandblast the whole thing, get 2K primer on there and do it thoroughly, or Rutex or something like that. But this is how we are going to do it. We just painted it with metal paint, specially treating for rust, and it will work. So for our purpose, it's perfect. For this build, for this budget build, the first build, it will do. But it's not the most, or the best way, it's not the most professional way to do it, but it will work. So if you're looking for a budget solution to do this and spare a bit of cash, you can do it this way, but it's not the absolute best way. So all the professionals who are watching, I'm sorry for doing it this way. I know it's not the best way, but it is a cheap solution that works. Next up, the rear wheel arch. Let's remove our rust repair from yesterday. So we got the welding piece right here ready to go. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to place our welding panel like so, that it matches up with the car. Then we are going to use our marker. There we go. Now we are going to use our marker and mark off where the panel goes, or where are the side edges are, so we don't go over there. So we have our maximum line. I won't be using that side, so we will be cutting like right there, right above the wheel arch, because we don't need to replace that stuff. I know we have some trouble there, but it will be okay. We don't need to replace all that. We will be cutting probably something like this along the wheel arch, because it will be easier to weld, I guess. But let's first mark off with our marker the lines of this panel, so we have our guidance or our guideline on the car, so we know where we cannot cut and where our piece actually of fresh metal ends. Little update on the rust. So we cut off the panel and we found a bit more rust as usual on this car. It looks like this car has a couple of places that hide rust, but let's get into it. Let's have a look. So we cut off the arch to have a look on the inside. We will need to replace a couple of things here in the wheel arch. As you see, there's a lot of rust here. Well, not a lot, because it's funny because the backside is perfect and then when you come to the front it's completely rusted through. It's not too far inside, so we can still replace this. I might keep this piece as a piece of reference to build up from here to there, so we know how far we can go. But yeah, we will definitely need to get rid of the rust on here. Not sure if we can use it, but yeah, we'll have a look at that later. And then underneath the car, so inside the car, I found these plastic things, worthless, because yeah, as you can see, they just break in my hands. So I took them out and I found more rust on the inside. I'm not sure if you guys can properly see, but yeah, there's more rust inside. We will need to get rid of that. What we are going to do now is line up the new piece on the body, see if it matches the lines of the car, then get our marker, mark the sides of this panel and start cutting, so we have a little bit more room to play with and see the rust underneath. It probably will be close to this line. This is not a line, it's the previous line I draw, but it's not the line we are going to cut. We are going to mark it in green, and then we'll have a better look at the inside of the car. We'll have more space to look and more space to see what we have to do next. quick update before I start grinding away again. We cut off the piece to fit the new piece in, and it fits fairly well. I'm not going to complain. But what I did next is mark the pots that need repairing on the inner side. As you can see, I took my red pen and drew some lines where to cut off the inner pieces, so the rust is gone. We will need to fabricate those pieces using cardboard, and I think we are going to use the metal of this, the leftover pieces which are lying right over there, the pieces we cut off earlier, to replace these inner wheel wells. At this moment all the rust is out, my beard looking like... Oh, gee. My beard looking like I didn't wash myself for 2 months. Perfect.